What up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at again with another Giants video. And today we're going to talk about that cornerback number 2 spot and a possible candidate that may be out there in free agency that could fill it up and really bring this defense, and particularly this secondary, to an NYPD New York pass defense level of play right now. Now, first and foremost, shout out to the members of the channel. Love y'all, you guys biggest supporters on here. Shout out to my current supporters. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video if you enjoy it. Drop a comment down below. Now let's get into it. So the Giants defense in 2020 was a pleasant surprise to almost all Giants fans and to most of the NFL. We were not expected to be as good as we were. We finished out the year as the 9th overall ranked defense, allowing just 357 points on the season. That's the likes of guys like Indianapolis Colts, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Chiefs. These are all teams I'm listing here that are around us, the same level as us in terms of defense. And almost all of those teams were playoff teams and teams that were in contention for a Super Bowl. Our passing defense was actually pretty okay. It's literally smack dab in the middle of the league, ranked 16th overall, allowing a completion percentage of 67.6 on the season and 3,807 passing yards. Now, of course, the pass defense is also much improved from the 2019 season, as the entire defense is, but particularly in the secondary, we have quite a few people to thank, most namely James Bradbury, who was the Giants' #1 corner this season and one of the best in the entire league, a top 5 corner for sure. Showed that he could take on some of the best receivers and rock with them, even beat them on some occasions. He had his Pro Bowl selection, low-key an All-Pro snub, but it doesn't matter. Bradbury was an absolute monster for the Giants this year, and our deep safety group helped us out as well. And of course, Patrick Graham, who was an absolute genius when it came to scheming up these players and coaching them to the best of their ability. Because if we're going to be honest, this Giants defense doesn't really have that many names on it as a whole. We're still missing 3 key pieces, that being a #1 edge rusher that could continuously get to the passer, a second linebacker to play next to Blake Martinez, and of course, the subject of this video, a second corner to play next to Bradbury, because the Giants were continuously getting killed in the passing game whenever quarterbacks just said to themselves, let's target a receiver that's not being covered by James Bradbury. Let's go to our second guy. There are many games you could name and you could think of where we either got killed by a second receiver or a second receiver was leading that team in receptions and yards. 3 examples that come to mind: the Rams, where it was Cooper Kupp who led that team in receptions that game, not Robert Woods, and both of the Cowboys games, the first in which CeeDee Lamb was killing us with 124 yards, and he was on both our second corner and our slot corner. And then at the end of the game, Michael Gallup, who was completely focused on our second outside corner, and he killed us. And then in the second game, much of the same happened, although not to the same extent. That's where William Jackson, Cincinnati Bengals cornerback, comes into play. Jackson was the 24th overall pick in the 2016 NFL draft by Cincinnati, of course. And the 6', 196-pound corner is coming up on the first free agency period of his career, off of a good 2020 season where the word you could use to describe it was consistency. As of week 12 of the NFL season, in 9 of his games, he earned a grade of at least 60 by PFF and also graded above 70 in 2 of his last 3 seasons. Jackson held opposing quarterbacks to just a passer rating of 88.2 over the course of the 2020 season, and finished it out playing 14 games with 1 interception and 11 passes defended. Now, it is noted to be said, 14 games played, a little bit of a concern because Jackson actually did miss his entire rookie season due to a torn pectoral muscle, and ever since he played his first season in 2017, it has been by far his best, and he's kind of declined a little in 2018, declined a lot in 2019, and then made sort of a bounce back season in 2020. A couple things he's certainly improved upon with each year, though, is increasing his skills in man-to-man coverage. He's a great man corner, and when thrown to, he's allowed first in 2018 a 57.1% 58% completion percentage. Then in 2019, 58.2. In 2020, 51.4. Great improvement there. And his missed tackle rate has gone down a lot. That is due in part to him bulking up a little bit. For the 2020 season, he got a little bit better, and that certainly helped him with his tackling. It went from 16.3% in 2018 to 7.5 in 2019 to 8.2 in 2020. Pretty good improvement there as well. I mentioned his completion percentage allowed earlier. He actually has yet to allow above 60 in his entire career. William Jackson actually fits the Giants defense a lot. He fits what Patrick Graham wants to do quite a bit. He's that man corner that we need at the second spot, kind of like James Bradbury. And in fact, I might be saying this just because Bradbury's on my mind. Jackson kind of reminds me of like a discount brand Bradbury in a way. He doesn't have the best ball skills in terms of like he won't always come down with the interception as shown by the stats. Neither did James Bradbury when he came over here, and even then Bradbury is not exactly a guy known for getting interceptions. Both of these cornerbacks are just known for being good pass defenders. They will break up the pass, they will bat the passes, they will somehow some way make the pass incomplete, and they're just good at defending the pass and playing against wide receivers. Both of them are. They're both also pretty good in zone coverage as well, where Jackson's length and athleticism definitely helps him out a lot. Before I continue, guys, a quick word from the sponsor. So Manscape hooked me up with a bunch of tools and formulations from their Perfect Package 3.0 kit. So if you guys know Manscaped, then you know the lawnmower, and that comes with the Perfect Package 3.0. The all-new Lawnmower 3.0 has that cutting-edge ceramic blade and their new advanced skin-safe technology to prevent nicks and cuts when grooming down there. They really went above and beyond with this. It's also waterproof and it has an LED light for when it gets dark in these situations. But that's just the lawnmower. The Perfect Package also came with the Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. Pair that up with their Crop Reviver in the package, and you got the perfect duo to prevent the jewels from sweating, smelling, and sticking to yourself. Now, they already hooked me up with the Perfect Package 3.0, but they threw in 2 free gifts as well. Their anti-chafing Manscaped boxer briefs and a travel shed bag to store all of these grooming materials. I gotta tell you guys, the anti-chafing boxer briefs, they are probably the most comfortable pair of underwear that I ever worn in my life. Highly recommend them. Never do you ever have to go and get some second-rate products and materials to take care of yourself again. You guys know about Manscaped. They're the only company in the world that does this and that specializes in this. So go over here right now, use the promo code HUB, HUB, get 20% off and free shipping on your order. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
In addition to all of this, he's just a smart player. You can go and check out Cincinnati's games these past seasons. Like I said, he'll stand out just because he's been the most consistent and definitely the best cornerback there, in my opinion, in 2020. But you could look at any play, you could see how this guy operates. For example, on his lone interception of the year, which was against Cleveland, I believe, he literally just read Baker Mayfield's eyes. Now, of course, the Bengals on that play got good pressure. And by the way, I don't know if I'll be able to throw it up because the NFL loves to flag my videos whenever I use just 5 seconds of their clips. So if I'm talking and you can't really visualize the clip because it's not there, I'm sorry. It means that the NFL flagged it, but kept his eyes on Mayfield and he realized that he was looking downfield. So Jackson actually drops back from his regular coverage, kind of playing safety a little bit, undercuts the receiver, makes the interception. He's made several smart plays as well, like reading on wide receiver screens, knowing that the guy that he's going up against is just there for blocking, running past them and getting the tackle on the intended receiver for the screen, and not being fooled out by play action passes. He is really good with deciphering defenses. Now, Jackson, is he somebody that you want as your number 1 corner? Not really. He's a really good cornerback. If he is your number 1 corner, it probably means you got an average or below average secondary as a whole, but he would be one of the best second cornerbacks in the entire league because he's at that tier of low number 1, high number 2, which is where the cost comes in. He's gonna cost, you know, a little bit of money. Spot Track is low-key capping. They have his value at $6.3 million annually. That's definitely not going to happen. He's probably going to be signed for around $10 million annually. I think that's exactly what he's worth and exactly what his market value should be. So if the Giants do go out and get him, I think he would be a signing we make, say, instead of signing a wide receiver, which means we'll probably take a wide receiver in the draft class. And if we do sign him and add him to our secondary, it's safe to say that at that point we got an elite secondary with two great man cover guys, one of the best in the league in James Bradbury, and one of those other, you know, bottom of the high, really top of the mid-tier guys in Jackson, a young up-and-coming Darnay Holmes, and a great deep safety stable. Oh, our secondary is going to be one of the best in the NFL to come for years, and then of course that just helps out the rest of the defense. But that's what I got for y'all today. Let me know what you think. Put your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.